everyone. So this video is just going to serve as a quick introduction on how to use our Coolseats food waste calculator in order to demonstrate your pollution and financial savings from composting and other waste reduction methods. Right now we're on the first page, which just gives a brief overview on some of the instructions and what you'll see in the upcoming pages. And of course, we'll get into this in more detail over the course of the video. Additionally, this provides a spot for you to enter 3 pieces of information about yourself. So your name, your location, and any social media handles that you wish to provide. So here, these boxes are in green, and this is to highlight the fact that over the course of the calculator, the portions that ask for your input will be in green. The rest will be automatically generated. We hope that if you have any questions, concerns, or suggestions, you'll reach out. And additionally, you can find more information and sort of a summary of what we'll talk about in this video at this post right here. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and move on to the main body of the calculator by clicking the next button in the bottom right-hand corner. This brings us to the composting waste data page. Here we ask you to enter food waste composted over the course of 1 week. This is broken down into 3 categories: spoilage, preparation, and plate waste. So say on day 1 of tracking, you composted 2 kilograms of food that expired, 17 kilograms of preparation waste, and 21 kilograms of plate waste. Then on the right, we see some automatically computed daily results. This shows that on day 1, you composted a total of 40 kilograms of food waste, which resulted in around 60 kilograms of carbon dioxide equivalent emissions being avoided. Also, we see this total portion on the right changing. It indicates the cumulative results over the course of the whole week, but of course with only 1 day of data, this is just that 1 day's data. So now we're going to go ahead and fill in a supposed week of data, and you can see how results continue to fill in and compute. Now that we've filled in this whole week of data, you can see on the right our daily results columns have been totally filled in. Additionally, we see that the total results column has changed, and it tells us that over the course of the week, we've composted 303 kilograms of food waste, which prevented around 454.5 kilograms of carbon dioxide equivalent emissions from polluting the Earth's atmosphere. So it's really, really cool to be able to see how each sort of maybe seemingly small amount of composting over the course of a week contributes to this really big result at the end. Another important part of this page that I'm sure you've noticed is the plot at the bottom. Currently, we're looking at our daily results plot, which is this bar graph that shows for each day the kilograms of each type of food waste composted, so the spoilage, preparation, and plate waste, the total food waste composted, so the sum of the 3, and the carbon dioxide equivalent emissions that were avoided. Additionally, we can click this blue button to view our total results plot. At each day, it shows the kilograms of food waste composted and emissions avoided up to that point. So at day 7, we see the total weekly results. Off to the right, we see buttons allowing us to switch between weeks. Right now we're on week 1, but you can also enter data for weeks 2, 3, or 4. Additionally, you can view the summary of your composting efforts over the course of all 4 weeks by clicking the View Summary button. Of course, here we've only entered 1 week of data, so you'll only see that 1 week's data worth of results show up here. But as you add the other weeks, those other columns and rows will populate. Clicking the Next button on the bottom right-hand corner from the Composting Waste Data page takes you to a page allowing you to enter additional waste-saving data. We know that composting food waste might not be your only waste avoidance technique, and we want to give you space to document that as much as possible. If this page is too much or you don't have any other methods, feel free to skip it. So, to show you how we might enter data here, say that you shred 10 newspapers per week and add them to compost. You can add newspapers under the item column. It's not food waste, you enter no. Maybe you shred 10 per week. It's not food waste, so you can avoid this. And you can just say that you shred and add to compost. Now, for another example, say that instead of composting your food waste, you donate some of it to farmers each week for livestock. Then you could add this to the table by entering food waste. You could say it just generally, or you could be more specific. This is, of course, food waste. And here you would put the quantity in kilograms. So maybe you donated 150 kilograms to livestock. And you could just say donated for livestock. Then you see on the bottom, the carbon dioxide equivalent emissions prevented from this food waste donation is computed here. It's added to the results of how much you saved by composting to give a total amount of carbon dioxide equivalent pollution prevented this week. So this is really interesting to be able to see the different ways that you save waste, preventing carbon emissions. Additionally, this page allows for up to 4 weeks of data entry, just like the composting data page. By clicking the Next button on the bottom right-hand corner, we now go to the final main component of this calculator, which is our financial savings page. Here we show garbage pickup cost savings based on a pay-as-you-throw system. Now, pay-as-you-throw systems are something that not everyone's familiar with, but are a super cool way of motivating waste reduction. In a more traditional system, typically a flat fee per month or per year is paid for garbage collection. But in a pay-as-you-throw system, the less you toss, the less you pay. There are a variety of ways of implementing these systems, but one super common one is paying per garbage bin. So, for instance, you might pay $3 for every 120-liter bin that you need picked up. These are the amounts entered preset into our calculator, but you can change these as you please or if you use a different size of garbage bin. Here we ask that you enter the number of garbage containers used before Coolseats of the size entered above, so maybe 6, and how many after you've started composting or using Coolseats, so maybe 3. Over on the right, it shows how much money you would have spent in that week on pickups before, money spent pickup after, and what the percent of savings on garbage pickups cost in a pay-as-you-throw system would be with your Coolseat composting method. On the bottom, it shows how much this would lead to over the course of a year. Finally, this plot shows the data above to really give a visualization of the possible change. And for more information about a pay-as-you-throw system, the benefits and how they work, you can check out this blog post right here. So finally, clicking the next button takes us to the conclusion. Here we provide a note about our data and our sources. We really hope that if you've enjoyed this calculator, you'll share your results with us. We really want to see how you've been loving food and hating waste. With that, we'd like to give a huge thanks to Love Food Hate Waste and the NSW EPA for making this project possible. Thank you so much for watching.